so long. Doesn't matter how early I get started. It always takes
Hey, we're
forever.
live.
Always takes 10 minutes longer than you figure.
No. Yep, you can set that over there, Dave.
Good morning. Good morning.
Let's see what we got going here. Hey, I see a Bessie. Hey, I see. And now we're gonna call that a sound check.
Hey, Bessie.
Hi. Good morning.
Well, you guys ought to be able to hear Charlie Stout stepped in to help us out today. Poor Nay was a little under the weather, so she wasn't able to join us today. And we still got a little bit of setup to do because, it takes a while to get all this stuff done.
We're gaming. That's the way it always goes.
Yeah, I guess. Gaming with cameras always
Never.
takes longer. Let's see.
They're finicky.
Yeah. So I guess I'll try and do some switching and try to remember to do some switching, but definitely try, sweetheart,
Okay, I can do that.
to stay on top of making sure our folks at home are getting good views.
Do you want me to switch to 2?
No.
Okay.
Not yet. Right now it's doing its warm up thing.
I
So,
The
see.
Cooner Bean Cam.
the Cooner Beans action
Dun,
cam.
dun.
We're going to be starting very, very quickly. This is going to be a lot of fun today. This is a Vice Alley game. This is the official start of our Vice Alley campaign. I don't know that we've actually done a Vice Alley campaign on YouTube. I think we've done a Perilous Island all the way from start to finish, and a Tomb of the Serpent, I think, from start to finish. But I think this is the first one of these that we've done. So we have 4 players that are playing in it. All right, go ahead and switch. You're going to see something kind of odd on the camera, but don't worry. Go ahead and switch me to 2. That's just something that normally I would have done before you guys joined us, but a little slow today. So check out these weird folks here. Fresh off the boat from Russia, we have this bizarre muscle-bound maniac and his sister, Lucretia Borgia here. Well, actually, that's not the name. Anastasia Sokolova. So these are characters that Dave created himself. So they are made up. Look at that combination. Lucky Devil and Unlucky. How about that?
She's dashing.
And she's dashing. Very cool, very cool. So that's the crazy folks there. And then facing off against them, now these are 2 syndicate players. So you could say that they are basically working towards the same goal, but they have no interest in helping each other, and they will be battling it out. So not only are they trying to collect the minor plot points, which are basically crimes. These are basically spots where crimes are occurring, various crimes, shakedowns, and thefts, and on and on. Sure, sure. Um, and so those are spots where they can gather, prove themselves to the syndicate that they're ready to take over the top spot. We're starting turn number 1. Let's see. Let's do a quick view of the table. I don't know what camera. Let's see. So we'll probably get some questions about the terrain and stuff. It's been a while since we've put the this stuff out here. So, but some of our longtime viewers will recognize just about everything that's out here. These are all pieces that are part of our long-term collection. So a lot of the stuff that's out here we have had for well over 20 years. It's just stuff that we've used over and over again. Some of it is new and decorated, though. These Some of these little signs that you see on the buildings, those are something that I added within the last couple of years. But a lot of this stuff is all the hotel over here. Look at that, lovely. Isn't that lovely? This beautiful steamboat that Jerry built. But anyway, I'll do a video specifically just talking about the terrain and everything that's out here. So you guys will all get a better view of this stuff. Also, Bessie will be taking photos throughout the game today, so she will have some stuff to share with you. All right. As we start turn number 1, Charlie is in control of the initiative. So, Charlie, do you think you want to activate first, or do you want to make Dave activate?
I'm going to activate first, and I would
Alrighty.
like to send Red Queen over to the plot point that's by that barrel on the wharf.
Okay. So she moves. Oh, I also wanted to tell you that there is a bystander, about 8 or so inches up the road there from Jack,
Oh,
her
up by that
sidekick.
pickup truck. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's a bystander, and there is another bystander over here on the dock. Um, so that's the other bystander, the pooch bully. Okay, so Red Queen is going to head off towards the minor plot point. So she's just doing a 6-inch walk over there, or I guess she doesn't
How
have
far
to
away
take it
is it?
too slow. She could get to the barrel. The barrel is about 7 inches or so away, 8 inches.
Okay.
You want to run up to the barrel?
Yep.
Okay. So, I'm sorry. Here we go. She actually has a gambler. At the start of each turn, you may discard a card. You may discard to draw a random peril, a random challenge, just a random challenge. If you pass, you become the director, or you may draw 2 cards, 2 fortune cards. So, gosh, I don't know. You actually have fairly good cards. I wouldn't get rid of that stay well. I certainly wouldn't get rid of your steady aim either. Stunned, maybe if you wanted to gamble here, you could get rid of your stunned, face a random challenge, and draw 2. If you pass it, you get to draw 2 cards.
Yeah. I'm going to discard the stunned card.
Okay. Okay. So
I
discard
was
that.
actually just going to say that, and we'll take the
Okay. The random challenge is
challenge and see what we do.
with 2 with finesse or cunning.
She's got 4d10 in finesse, so we'll do that.
All right, 4d10 in finesse. Let's see if she can make it. Need 2 of these. Easy peasy. And you will draw yourself
Woohoo.
2 cards. So the 2 cards that you are adding to your deck, that's the gambler ability. So the 2 cards you're adding to your stack are Stay Down. That's nice. And another Stay Down. Double Stay
Okay.
Downs.
That could come in handy.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay.
Who shuffled that deck?
I think it was Dave.
Everything I've gotten starts with an S.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Okay, so then she makes her move over there. She's got a bit of a shot at muscle bound boy over there. If she wanted to fire at him, she could. Not sure if it's over 24 inches. She'd have a -1 for moving quick. She does have 3 die 6 in shooting. It's not over 24. So she could throw 2 die 10 at him. If she wanted to use the steady aim, you could add a third dice in there and get 3 die 10 at him.
Let's
Yes
just
or
go
no?
with two. Let's just go with 2 dice and see what
Okay.
happens.
2 die 10. Nothing else is going to happen there. So you might as well give it a whirl. And I assume you're dodging,
I'm not.
Dave. Okay. All right. Roll a 7 and a 9. So he's got 4 die 8 in dodge. Can you roll it over here where I can see it? Yep.
Can't beat
7 and a
5.
9. Yeah, I know you can't beat the 9, but you did beat the 7. So you have to roll a 1 dice health check on a d10. He's got d10s in health. So Dave is playing a. Go ahead and roll it, Dave.
Do it.
Dave is playing a duo league. So he has 2 characters, and he passed with a 6.
Well, it's
Uh,
worth it.
so, yeah. I mean,
Gotta-
there's no reason not to try, huh?
It's Gangster City. We got to start out violent, right?
That's right. Jack could basically do the same thing. I don't know what you want to do with Jack. Give me camera 4. Uh, so Jack could either move towards the
I was
the
gonna have Jack.
bystander, or you could move over here to the truck and take another shot at that guy.
Let's move Jack up by the truck. Yes.
Okay.
And take another shot.
All right. So Jack's just gonna move 6 inches, and he'll take his shots at him.
He should
That
have-
big old muscle-bound fella is quite a handful. So Jack is going to roll 4 die 8 to shoot. Dave will be dodging with 4 die 8 as well. I guess I should get my black dice out of here. I'll use red dice. Try to use my red dice since Dave has all black dice. All right. Now, once again, Charlie, would you like to use your steady aim here or not?
The range is over.
No, it's not over 24.
It's not okay. No, the 48 should be fine.
48. Okay. Let's see. All right, here we go. Oh, no hits at all. All of them are misses. All of them are misses.
Oh,
Okay,
brother.
got that out of our system. So now
Yeah.
what? You want to continue moving your characters?
Yeah, whoever the. Let's move the. It's
You have Pops, you have Rook, and you have Okie June. So we're using this
Woohoo.
miniature to stand in for Okie June, which is
Yeah.
currently in the mail coming to us, painted up by Hamster of Destruction for us.
Let's go
But,
ahead and move Okie June up to, or at least close to the bystander.
Okay. Okay, you could actually get right on top of the bystander if you wanted to. You can move all the way to the bystander.
Okay.
Okay, you want to move Rook that way too, or
Yes, I
is
do.
Rook okay? And what about Pops? Where's Pops gonna go?
Yeah, all of them can go right up near there.
Oh, okay. Now these are wandering bystanders, so they actually will not be where they're standing right now. They will move. And that's all of Charlie's characters. So Dave, I guess it's over to you, sir.
No, I'll activate Matthews.
He's going to activate the Muscle Maniac, and it doesn't look like Charlie has any cards to play. So what's Musclehead going to do? He's running. Go ahead and move him. You run into the doggy. Oh, he's such a sucker for the doggy. He wants
Who
the
isn't?
doggy. Okay,
I'm gonna use that for cover.
sure. You could fit your pinky behind it. And what's the other one going to do? Going to run up there right behind him. So in this scenario, boys and girls, and I would stress this to a certain point. When you play the campaign games, every plot point is worth it because it really gives you an opportunity to gather more resources and build up your influence and things like that. So every plot point is worth it when you're playing linked scenarios. Dave, you go ahead and move. You don't have to wait on me. What are you doing?
Question.
What? Oh, okay.
This basically is level with the dot.
Sure.
So if I'm right here, I can see her.
Sure.
I'm gonna
Okay.
walk over here,
All right.
use dock for protection.
You bet.
And shoot
You
at
bet.
the red
He's
queen.
moving. He's moving over to the dock, and he is shooting at Red Queen. All right,
Yes.
Red Queen. You have to decide, what are you shooting at her with? Is it 4 die 8? that
Well,
what
I
you
have a
got, Dave?
question.
Uh-huh. Go ahead, Charlie.
Is the character that's shooting at me a level 3 or a level 4?
Level 4.
Okay, never mind.
Don't roll yet, Dave. She is level 4. So the question here is, what, Charlie, is Red Queen going to do? She could either shoot back with 2 die 10, or she could dodge with 4 die 10.
She's gonna dodge.
Okay. So, Dave, roll your 4 die 10 of shooting. Okay, he got a 10, a 5, and a 7. Okay, and Charlie, dodging, got a 9. 9 will stop the 7, 6 will stop the 5, nothing stops the 10, and you'll have to roll a 1 dice health check. Pass.
Yay.
Okay. So some early gunfire here, some early shootouts going on as they exchange a little bit of lead back and forth. All right, Charlie, what are you gonna do next?
End of turn.
Into the turn. We don't have any recovery checks. There are going to be stuff moving around. The plot points are going, or I'm sorry, the bystanders move. This one moves a couple inches this way, and the other fella moves a couple inches this way. So he's there. They both moved about 2 inches. Didn't really change their position very much there. And that ends the turn. This is a 6-turn scenario. 6-turn scenario.
Pull a
So
bullet and draw cards.
pull bullet and draw cards. Will you pull a bullet for me, Dave? Red Queen is still the director, so she draws and adds a uncanny to her hand. That's nice. An uncanny. Dave is holding that misfortune over there in his hand, but he's got a lot of sidestep. There you go. That's nice. I got those backwards. Charlie should have got the sidestep because it starts with an S, but didn't work out that way.
Hmm.
Did not work out that way. All right. As we start turn number 2, what are you gonna do here, Charlie? I don't know. Do you go after that major plot point? Red Queen. I don't know. If I was Red Queen, I might go after the major plot point, but
Well, you read my mind. That's exactly what I was gonna have her
just
do.
a full 12-inch run.
Yep.
Get you over there behind that luggage. Let's do that.
Can we shift the camera a little bit?
Yep.
Perfect.
I think I'm going to turn it up a little bit, the angle of the dangle a little bit there. Now, what is Jack going to do? Jack could either back up Red Queen, Jack could go after this plot point, or Jack could try shooting at Musclehead again. He's got a lot of choices there. Now, I'm not saying you got to keep activating your characters. You could easily, maybe at this point, you actually do tell him to activate. That might actually be the smarter thing to do here.
That's kind of what I was planning on doing.
What
Try
do
and
you
keep the
think?
momentum going until combat actually starts. Yeah, let's move him 6 inches forward towards the dock.
Okay. And shoot at
And
Musclehead.
yeah, he can take his awesome, closely aimed shots at Musclehead.
There you go. Now the question is, do you want to use your
I
steady aim to get a
yeah,
5th dice?
I am going to use my steady aim this time.
Okay, so he's going to be rolling 5d8.
I'll play sidestep.
Okay, and Dave is going to use his sidestep to get an extra dice, so he'll have 5d8 as well to dodge. And here we go. 5d8. An 8, a 6, and a 5. Let's see what the dodge says. No eights in there, but he will stop your 6 and 5, and he'll have to roll a 1 dice health check. 1 dice to his popo. All right, you got it. He passed it with a 9. Okay, so
Sure.
now you can either continue activating your characters or ask Dave to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and actually activate all three of mine other ones.
Okay.
Starting again
Uh,
with Oki June.
Okay, June. So
Or
she
excuse me.
could. Now what do you think she could move up to the truck? She could go after that bystander. She could move up to the truck and throw a peril over there at Musclehead and see if you have any luck with that.
Yeah.
You want to try that? Throw in a burst?
Yeah, she can throw a burst over there.
Okay. So she'll move up to the truck and drop a burst on Musclehead. So Musclehead, you'll take a peril. You got to roll 1 with might. Oh, he
Oh
lifts
man.
up a crate. He sees it coming. He lifts up a crate to block the shot. He's got like 50 die 10 or something like that in might. Let's see it. Come on.
I should have gotten an option for Superman for this game.
I know. Uh, you only needed 1, Dave. You don't have to keep rolling. All right, you got it.
Well, it was worth a shot.
It was.
Rook is in contact with that bystander, right?
He is in contact with that bystander. Now,
Can
he's
he try
not
to recruit?
particularly good at it, but he could try to convince the bystander to join him. You want to try it?
Lay down,
Yeah.
go to sleep.
Okay, here it is.
Extra help is always good.
You got it. You drew 1 with cunning, and you know what? That's exactly the sort of thing that Rook is good at, is rolling 1
50-50.
success.
50-50.
And it's a 2. Did not hit.
Oh, dang.
60-40.
It depends on who's rolling.
How about Pops?
Now,
Pops
Pops has, Pops could go talk to the bystander, or he could try to use his ray gun. He's right here by the truck. You can't see him because he's on the other side
Oh,
of the
I
truck.
forgot he had that ray gun.
He's got that ray gun. He could go fire some shots off at Musclehead or do the plot point, either one.
What plot point? The bystander, you mean?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, bystander. You could go do the
Okay.
bystander, or you could go after Musclehead. What do you think you want to do?
Well, he's got a ray gun. Let's ray the gun. Let's
Okay.
go ahead and
All
shoot
right.
his
Yeah.
muscle head.
Absolutely.
Yay,
So
shoot
he'll
him
move
It's a
up to
giant
the truck
target. Nobody
as
can
well.
hit him, but
up.
He'll move up to the. Yeah. All right. Your ray gun is going to add plus X, so it's going to add 1, and it'll have 3 dice 6 to shoot at Musclehead. Musclehead, 3 dice 6 coming at you. Nothing. Okay.
Dang.
All right, Charlie, you have activated
Oh.
all your characters, so let's see what Dave wants to do. What are you going to do, Dave? Okay.
No,
Yeah.
you don't. Bam.
Okay, so you can shoot at him as he rushes you.
that's probably a good idea. Although I'm not hitting anything, maybe I should just dodge.
No,
He
you
has-
don't want to dodge. Do
No?
not dodge.
Scooch the camera.
All right. Well, I'll shoot at him.
Thank you.
All right,
Done.
so you'll get an extra. By the way,
She's been in 2 fights.
do what?
Been in 2 fights.
Who has?
Red Queen.
Red
Oh, no,
Quinn's been in 2
last-
fights.
last turn.
Yeah, we're not going to count the fights from last turn. She has been in 1 fight. She
Yeah.
has been in 1 fight because she did move over there and shoot at Musclehead. Yeah. Now here's something interesting that I don't think that I want Dave to come a little bit closer so that he understands what's going to happen here. Red Queen is disarming, so Musclehead here is going to have to roll a cunning or finesse check. I don't remember which, but either one it is, he's going to automatically fail, and he's going to choose to dodge now. He will not be able to use his brawl against Red Queen ever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the reason is because Musclehead has no cunning and no might at all, no dice at all. So he will automatically pass. I'm sorry, he will automatically fail every time he tries to brawl her.
It's that dress.
He is so sweet. Musclehead is so sweet on Red Queen. He can never hurt her. He will never hurt her at all.
She's beautiful.
Okay, it says on the card it's a finesse check.
Yeah.
It's a finesse check, which he cannot do.
Okay.
Here's Musclehead, boys and girls, for those of you that want to know what we have here. Here's old Musclehead. So here's the combination that we have going on. He chose to make his fella mindless, which took away his cunning and his finesse there. So he's got no dice at all in those things. And then Red Queen is disarming. So before a lower level enemy fights her, he's got to roll a finesse check. If he fails it, he's got to automatically dodge. So the only thing that Musclehead can do is try to
Poor
dodge Red Queen.
Musclehead.
Here you go.
I think it's her cleavage.
I think he saw photos of her in a magazine a long time
I bet he
ago,
did.
and he's in love with her. He will not hurt Red Queen ever. It's impossible.
I think it's the
I'm
boobage.
not bad. I'm just painted that way.
That's right. That's right. So what's going to happen here is that Red Queen can choose to shoot as he rushes forward, so she'll get 3 die 10.
She already.
She shot once.
She's
with
been
a
in a
light
fight
gun.
and she's got short range. Yep. So here's the
okay.
roll. Did you ever use that? Yeah, you used it. Okay.
I did.
All right. Here it is. An 8. All you got to do is roll an 8. He can do that. And he did not, so he'll roll his 1 dice health check.
Really?
Okay. And he passed it. So he is not injured. That means he cannot disengage because he suffered a hit, so he will not be going anywhere. Red Queen obviously is engaged as well. Interesting spot there.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting little
One
combination
character
of
left.
characters. All right, what's the little one, the other gal gonna do? She gonna do her minor?
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Okay, so she's moving up to go after her minor plot point.
Point on this side, so
That's a
I'm
good
touching the
idea.
barrels.
Good. Okay, here is her peril. She draws 1 with might. That's her sweet
I
spot.
got danger sense.
Oh, danger sense. Automatically pass that. Okay, so here is your plot point challenge.
I'll buy some time. Give me 2
Okay.
cards.
2 cards. Charlie, he's adding a distraction and a free pass to his hand.
Of course.
And here
Why would
is
it
the
not
plot
be
point.
difficult?
The plot point is 1 with cunning. So he's got a cool little story about these characters. They actually are Russian characters. They've come over on the boat. Old Musclehead here was some sort of bizarre experiment that someone was doing, and his sister broke him out of the top secret facility that he was in and escaped to America. All right. Here he's rolling his cunning. Easy peasy, you got it. We got 5. By the way, boys and girls, we are. What was it?
The red herring.
Nope, there's no red herring. There's no red. No, I don't think so.
Unless
No.
he slipped one in, you never know.
I slipped a couple in there.
Um,
I think. Oh, I was going to tell you that we're using our 10-year anniversary reward cards today. So they are a little bit different than the basic bonus cards, the basic cards. So these are our 10-year anniversary reward cards because Pulp was released 10 years ago today. Okay, so once per turn, and that works for her. Once per turn can discard to. I think I forgot to use your gambler at the start of this turn. That's every turn. you can do that gambler ability. I don't want to rush through this. Bessie, help us remember that.
Okay.
That's a cool ability. We don't want to forget to use it.
Put this in the turn.
That does end the turn. That was the last character, and now Dave is the director because he's completed a plot point. All right, Dave, what are you gonna do? So now Dave has to decide. He's the director now. Oh, so did we pull a bullet?
Yep.
Okay, we pulled a
Bystanders
bullet.
move.
What?
Bystanders move.
Bystanders move. D8s. Okay. Puppy goes 6 inches. Oh, he likes. Who is it? What's her name? Anastasia. Yep, Anastasia. So he comes over and piddles on her leg, just to mark his territory.
No.
And
He's
then
a good boy.
he's got a nervous bladder. He's got a nervous bladder.
With
Okay.
all
It's
those
What?
bullets
Piddle,
flying
you're not-
around?
right. All these bullets and shooting and everything. It's made him nervous. He's got a nervous bladder.
How dare you?
Just a little piddle. Just a little stream of piddle. All right. So the other bystander heads off towards the plot point that's on the other side of the street, moving an 8-inch move off towards that away. So he's getting out of there. Now Dave is going to try and contemplate what he wants to do here to draw cards. So Dave, you drew a stunned. Charlie, you're adding a bad feeling. Now, Charlie, gosh, you got some good cards here. I don't know if there's anything that you would want to discard. You have an
Nope.
uncanny. That's really good. You have a stay well. You have a stay down. You know,
I have two
I
stay
don't
downs.
know. You have the bad feeling. Maybe you get rid of the bad feeling. I don't know. It's up to you. What do you want to do, brother?
Yeah, let's do the bad feeling back into the deck or wherever.
Okay,
and
bad feeling goes away.
if I
So
can
she's
pass
going to
it
try
down.
a random challenge. She's going to roll 2 successes with finesse or cunning. So she's going to roll
4d10
4
with
die
finesse.
10. 4 die 10. Okay, easy peasy. You passed it. Now, here is a big choice, though. Here is a big decision. You can either become the director
Or get 2 more cards.
or get 2 more cards. Boy, both of them are
Both are
really
advantageous.
good.
Yeah.
You really have to think about the current situation. I don't know. Gosh, maybe make him. Maybe is that plot point completed? So let's
Yeah.
take that off
Yeah.
there. So Anastasia is gonna probably be coming forward now.
Yeah.
She's not a very good brawler though, so Red Queen could dodge her all day long. Charlie, I
And Red-
think maybe this is a spot where you want to become the director and force Dave to activate first.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Hmm.
Red Queen
Okay.
can't do anything with that plot point until Musclehead's
Right.
done, right?
Right. So Musclehead is standing on it. So, all right. So she's going to become the director, and we're going to ask Mr. Musclehead or either of your characters may activate. So Red Queen can pretty much stand there and defend that major plot point for the entire scenario.
Yeah.
I don't think either one of his characters are going to be able to get you off of that plot point. The unfortunate thing is that um, you know, the unfortunate thing is that you can't do the plot point while Musclehead is standing there either. So this is a really interesting situation, I think. What are you going to do, Dave? Are you going to run Anastasia up there? So one thing that Dave might do here is he may ignore that and go get some other minor plot points. He could certainly do that because if he just moves in there and thinks he's going to take on Red Queen, he's going to have a hard time. So what do you do here? Do you go off after a different minor plot point? This is really interesting how this is playing out. I'm going to switch cameras so we don't look at the back of Dave's head. What do you think he's going to do, Charlie?
I don't want to say because then that might help. him
Yeah,
out.
that's true. That's true. Let's see. We got a tape here. You want to we can measure it with this. Now we did say the water is perilous and she's kind of blocking the end of the dock. So to get over there, that's going to be crossing a perilous area. Either here is perilous or here is perilous. Because you can't just walk past her because she's an enemy. You can move 6 inches and shoot this turn. What do you think you're going to try here, Dave? He's thinking.
Well, perilous area.
Okay.
Like danger sense.
Right. But no, you don't. You can't. You still can't run through it. So you can only move 6. You can. You
Oh.
can't. You'll pass the peril, but you can't
Okay.
run through it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Run down the boat and jump off the
Right.
bow onto the pier.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's gonna move 6 inches this turn. If she wants to move over 6 inches, she's gonna have to move up here and fight Red Queen. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because Red Queen's gonna have to dodge, so you could just dodge too.
I could go up there and dodge it.
Mm-hmm. Or you could pick up the pooch. Get that pooch on your side. That's what you need is a pooch.
What is he?
Oh, he's an animal. He's got 2 dice in might and brawl. He really wants to get the plot points. That's what he's really thinking. Come on, brother. Do something though.
Yeah. If I run, that put me up behind
The luggage. Mm-hmm.
And then I'll have -1 to shoot.
Yeah, I don't know who you're going to shoot from there, because you got 2 characters blocking your line of sight that are standing
Can't
here.
see. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's in your way. So if you want to shoot, you're going to have to stay back here or by this barrel.
If I move 6 inches, it'll put me at the barrel.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. This is an interesting little situation here.
Or I could go up and brawl Red Queen.
Or you could go run up there and brawl Red Queen.
She can't brawl.
Because she cannot brawl.
So she'd have to dodge.
She'll have to dodge. And that means that you could choose to dodge. And then that means you could move your 1 inch away from her, and that would put you over here, standing in the open. You do that, try and scoot past her. Come on, Dave. We got to do something, brother. What are you going to do? Move up and shoot it. I think you haven't. You could either shoot at Pop. Well, Pops or Jack. It doesn't matter. They're both about the same distance. Who you want to shoot at? Jack. Okay. So Jack.
Gonna shoot back.
Okay. So Jack has 4 die 8 to shoot with. Here's the shootout from Anastasia. Am I saying that one right? Yeah. To Jack. All right. Let's see what we're going to get here. Let's see that shooting text. 8 and 2 4s. Jack is going to be shooting back with 4 die 8. An 8, a 6, and a 4. How do you play it, Dave? So this is a really fun game that I like, where you have to decide. Pulp Alley isn't a game where you just roll dice and find out what happens, right? This is a game where you roll and then you decide. So he says take them all. So he's willing to risk it all, and says both of them are going to take 3 hits. So both of them will have to roll a 3 dice health check. Let's see yours, Dave. failed and she is injured. And he rolled 2 failures. So that means that cover ain't going to help her. Jack is a dead eye shot.
And I'm going to
Now,
play my
Charlie, you have a choice here. Would you like to play your stay down on her and keep her injured?
yes, that's
Heck
what I was
yeah.
going to do.
Heck yeah. Let's keep her. Now, misfortune that, Dave? Nope, he's going to not misfortune that. Now, here's another card you can play. You have a stay well. Do you want to roll a 3 dice health check or do you want to stay well?
Well, I forgot I had that because I don't have that card here. Yes, let's just
Okay,
stay
he's
well.
playing it. Okay, and this time he says no. He
Okay.
says no to your stay well, so he's going to misfortune it, and that means you'll have to roll your 3 dice health check. 3 dice health check on D8s. That's going to be hard, boys and girls. Let's see if he can pass it. He does not. Oh,
Aw.
but he fails with 1. That means that cover saves him.
Yay! Woohoo!
The cover saves. That's how cool cover is. That's why you want to be in cover, boys and girls. You are still the director, Charlie, so make Musclehead activate.
Absolutely.
All right. Musclehead activate. Musclehead powers activate.
And the fight.
And again, Musclehead is like sweet talking Red Queen. He's basically groveling at her feet. You don't have to roll any dice because nothing's going to happen here. So Red Queen has no brawl skill at all. So
No.
Red Queen cannot brawl him. So she has to choose to dodge. He automatically has to try and dodge because, she's Red Queen. So now the only choice is Dave, as the active character, as the attacker, he has to decide first. Musclehead, do you want to back up 1 inch?
No, I want to stay here and try to kiss her.
He does not want to back up. He does not want to back up. Red Queen, you could choose to back up 1 inch. And you know what? I would actually suggest that you back up 1 inch.
That's exactly what I was going to do because then she can shoot.
So she backs up 1 inch. It actually allows like your whole league to shoot at him, basically,
Yeah.
which he's a heck of a dodger. But I would, I'd probably save. Yeah, I'd probably just throw all the shots that you could at him and see if you could get him down. But you have to save Red Queen for last, and then at the end you have to move back and engage him again. And then you have to move back over there and engage him just so that Anastasia can't get up there and get the plot point.
Right. When she moves forward, just a rules question. When she moves forward to engage him, is she still able to shoot at him as she moves in, or no?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just
No.
just wondered.
No. No.
Um.
Now the other option, Jack is within 6 inches of a plot point over here, so he could try and go over here and get something.
what I
Or
wanted to
I mean,
do with
he's
him.
definitely your best shooter. He's got the best chance of getting an injury on Musclehead. I don't know what direction you want to go here.
I need the plot points though, so let's move him over there and go for the plot point.
Okay, so he does a 6-inch move. He's not particularly good at plot points, though. Here is his peril. His peril
better than
is
everybody else.
2 with cunning or might. 2 with cunning or might, and he only has 2 dice 6 in that. So here is your roll. Got 1. Now you could use your uncanny here and add the other success.
Yeah, which is what I would like to do.
Okay, so there is, you made it past the peril. You almost slipped off the dock there. And then the challenge is 1 with finesse, and you could actually do that. You only need 1. You got it, and this plot point is completed.
Yay!
Here is the draw. Dave, I'll let you draw for me, or for Charlie. There's still 4 cards left in the stack. You got. So for Jack, Uh, instead, the effect of his card says that instead of rolling for a peril, you may discard to automatically pass the peril. So that is the reward that you got added to your card. All right. Now, let's do some shooting now. What do you think you want to do, brother? Who do you want to start off with on your shooting? You have Pops that could shoot. You have number 2. I'm sorry, June that could shoot. Anybody you want to shoot? Charlie, are you still there? Charlie?
Can you hear me or not?
Yep. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
All right.
If Bulky June fires that burst, is that going to hit?
Ability. I don't want to rush
Red
through
Queen
this.
too, or
Betsy,
not?
help us remember. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. You cannot place a burst on him because of how
Because
close
she's-
Red Queen is. Yeah.
Okay.
But she could just shoot at him. She
Let's
has
just have-
2 dice.
Yeah, let's just have her shoot at him with her regular.
Okay, so that'll be 3 dice 6. Okay. So 3 dice 6 versus his mighty dodging ability. Nothing. Do you want to shoot with Pops next?
Yes, please.
Okay, Pops can use his ray projector. Do you want to use your ray projector?
Yes, please.
Okay, he's going to add 2, and it's not a flame. So Pops is an inventor. So before the game started, he rolled his inventor skill, his cunning, and rolled 1 success and got a ray projector. So he can add bonus dice to his shooting skill, but you always have to check and see if it is a flame icon down there. That means the invention explodes or has a mishap. So that's going to give him, he normally has 2 dice. He's got a short range bonus, and now he's going to add 2 extra dice. So he's got 5 dice coming at the fella who is dodging.
What is that?
That was the ray projector. 2 dice.
Oh, so I gotta do 2 dice challenge.
No, this is for him. This is a 2 dice bonus because of the ray projector.
Oh, it's bonus to the shoot.
Yes, that's what gets him up to 5 dice. Yep, bonus to his shoot.
Electricity gun.
That's right, zap. And you got a 6 and a 4. I bet you Musclehead can dodge that. He doesn't really dodge it so much as he just ignores it. Yep, he ignores it. So you
It's
still
not
have
zappifiable.
you still have 1 character that has not activated, and that is your
Right.
Musclehead. Your Rook over here has not activated, so he could chase down the bystander, or he could head off towards another plot point. Or what do you think Rook wants to do?
Let's move him as full 12.
You know what? He does have shooting. No, he doesn't.
No,
I
he
lied.
does not.
He does not have any shooting.
It's probably not a good idea, but let's move him as full 12-inch move towards that other plot point on the other end of the street.
Okay. All right. So a 12-inch run that away gets you down there to that fire hydrant. Okay. And he'll stand behind the fire hydrant bravely. Okay. And that's the end of the turn. No, we still have Red Queen. So Red Queen moves back into contact with Musclehead.
Yes, please.
Okay. So now, as the active character, you have a choice here. Would you like to disengage? And you say no.
Nope. I want to
Yeah.
die.
And now Musclehead has the option to disengage. Musclehead, do you want to disengage? He's thinking. He's thinking if he's got a hole here. So he does have a route. He could move an inch away from Red Queen and not back up on the dock. He could move like this way, an inch away from her down the dock.
No, I'll stay where I'm at.
Okay. He's going to sit atop his plot point.
If I was the director, it'd be a different story.
Yeah, yeah. It's almost impossible to be the director against Red Queen because she will manipulate the situation. That's a very cool ability called the Gambler. Um, all right, so that ends the turn. Yep, that goes away. That was the only recovery check we had was prevented because of the stay down.
Move bystanders.
Move the bystanders. 3 inches towards Jack. Pooch. 7 inches off of this away. He jumps down. Pooch jumps down in the boat. So Brainy Man, he has 2 dice in dodge and 2 dice in cunning. That's what this one is. This one is 2 dice in might and 2 dice in brawl. Yep, pull a bullet. Red Queen, you only have 1 card in your hand if you want to use it to draw to try and draw 2 extra
Draw
cards.
first.
What'd you look at?
Draw cards.
Okay, you're right. You're right. Yep, yep. Dave corrected me. Anything that happens at the start of the turn happens after you draw cards. So that was a really good point. So you drew a just reward. That's something you could sacrifice. You drew an unseen peril. That's nice. So Dave has an unseen peril. Charlie, you drew a just reward. Now, that just reward could be one that you discard for Red Queen's ability. Do you want to risk it? So you can draw 2 cards. Charlie, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I was just reading something else. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that again.
Okay, so he discards his just reward. He's going to try a random challenge, 1 with finesse. Okay, got it. And you draw 2 cards. So your 2 cards are focus. That's nice. That could help Rook if he gets down there to that plot point. And the other one is break away. Break away. That's nice. Those are some nice ones there. All right, Dave. Now, at this point, the game is basically tied because Dave has a minor plot point and Charlie has a minor plot point. So right now, it's still anybody's game. Charlie, you are the director. You're going to ask Dave to activate.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Dave, who are you going to activate? Is Anastasia going to make the jump this time? Do that 6-inch jump? Okay, which way does she want to go? Does she want to go this way or does she want to go that way? So he's giving it some thinking. We go that way? Okay, I don't want to set your model down, so I think you can make it almost. You can't make it to the truck. So somewhere about right there.
And who is that right there?
That is Pop's Argosy.
Yeah.
So you're gonna shoot him down.
You're gonna be shooting down.
Shooting down good old Pops. Poor Pop's Argosy. So Anastasia somersaults because she was in a circus. She somersaults off of here, leaps clear to here. Now, boys and girls, that would have been a perilous move, but she has sensed danger from her circus days, and she does a somersault, lands on the dock over there with her guns ablazing. So she's going to be shooting. I don't think we're in short range. You know what? That is short range. So that's going to be extra dangerous right there. Extra dangerous. Dave is rolling. Don't roll yet, Dave. Dave is rolling a fistful of dice here.
Pops is going to shoot back, and he'd like to
Okay.
use his ray gun.
All right, here
The
is the
electricity
ray
gun.
gun. Okay. You're going to add an extra 2 dice. So
Nice.
you will have 2 extra dice, and you will have 5 dice to shoot at Anastasia. All right, Dave. 5d10
Yep.
is what you're throwing. Let's see it, big boy.
Since I'm dashing.
It does not. That's right. The character is dashing, so her finesse is not reduced by injuries. So 5 successes, 2 8s, 3 8s, a 6, and a 4. And
Holy
here
cow.
is Pops. 5 and 2 4s. Dave, how dangerous are you? You're not in cover, so how one thing dashing doesn't help. It's your health check. You're gonna risk it. You're gonna take 3 hits.
Block 2.
Block 2. Block 2 of those. So Pops will have to roll a 3 dice health check, and Anastasia is going to roll a 1 dice health check. So Anastasia, you're the active character. Why don't you go ahead and roll? Okay, passed it. Here is Pops. Pops, you are injured. And you rolled 2 failures. So that cover is not going to help. Pops goes down. Pops goes down right there. Ow! Got me in my popo.
What is it with you and shooting popos?
I don't know. Ask Dave. He's the one that's doing it. And boys and girls, that made Dave the director. There you go. Now Charlie. No, now Dave. Dave is the director. So now Dave gets to decide who's going to activate the next character. Of course he is. So wise move on Dave's part there. He wants you to activate the next character. Let's
Okay.
see. Who are you going to activate? Let's see. You have you got Rook. He has not made it to the plot point yet. He's over there. He is not within range of the plot point, but he could run towards it. Or he could run at Anastasia and try and brawl her. What? What was that?
Well, he does have 3d6 in brawl, doesn't he?
Uh-huh. Yeah, and she has 2 die 8 in brawl. I'm not saying it's a good option. I just wanted to make sure you knew that she was within range.
Right.
And I don't know that it isn't a good option, but you see you have Jack over here.
Jack.
There's still Jack. He could move up and shoot at Anastasia. You have
Okie June.
Okie June. She could shoot at Anastasia. If Red Queen activated, it would just automatically become a brawl. No real reason to activate her, I don't think. So, what do you want to do here? You have 4 characters left to activate, Charlie.
Let's move Jack
Okay.
forward
He's gonna move
6
up.
inches.
Okay. He moves back up to the truck. He's got an angle there to shoot at Anastasia.
And that's what he wants to do.
Okay. We'll throw some fire down there. So he has 4 die 8 coming at her. I think she's got 3 die 10 to shoot back. What are you playing, Dave? Want to play your warmed up? He's thinking about his cards a little bit.
Yes.
3 die 10. He wants to play his warmed up, so he's going to keep his 4th dice in there and go with 4 die 10. All right, here we go. Three sixes, Charlie. 4 successes. And you could block 2 of them. Doesn't mean you should, but you could block 2 of them, or you just go for broke here and try and get another injury on that lady while she's in the open. I'd go for that, man, because
Yeah,
you can
let's
afford to take
let's
an
just take them
injury.
all.
Yeah.
Take them all.
Roll your 3 dice health check. And Charlie, you'll have to roll a 4 dice health check. He's the active character, so we'll roll. Okay, Charlie, you are injured. Enough injuries that your cover won't help. And she is injured as well. Would you like to play another stay down on her?
Yes, I would.
So she is now down to a D6 health. She will not get a recovery check. She's been in 2 fights. You know what? This is where you have to let it all hang out, brother. Now that
Yep.
she's injured and down to D6s, you're gonna have to just throw your you're gonna have to just throw everybody else at her and try and put her down.
And we'll start with Okie June.
Okie June. So she is currently not in short range. She could move up to the cart and get in
Let's-
short range.
I was going to say, let's move her up to the cart so she's in
Yeah.
short range.
And now Okie June will get 3 die
Spray her.
6.
We're going to spray her with that little machine gun she's carrying.
You got it. 3 die 6 coming at her. What's she gonna do here, Dave? I think you're dodging. Go ahead and risk it. Go ahead and shoot back. We want him to shoot back. We want him to shoot back because that means she's going down. Right? Because this is the
But
situation, right? And I love that about Pulp Alley. This is where it's so much fun because it's a decision that you get to make. Are you going to let it all hang out and just shoot back? In which case, you're probably going to get shot down, or do you play it defensive? And that's when you have to think about those things. It's really cool.
She's
She's
going
choosing
down
to
either
dodge.
way.
She's choosing to dodge, and she's got a
She's
fistful of
gonna
dice.
blow the dodge.
I don't think so. She's a heck of a dodger. Here we go. Here is the shooting.
The sidewalk's slippery.
2 6s.
Yeah, by the water, it probably is.
Uh-huh.
So it affects my dodge, right?
Yes, injuries do affect your dodge. So you're rolling how many dodge dice? 3 die 6 to dodge. Got to get a couple 6s. No 6s. Roll that 2 dice health check and go down. And she is down. And she has a stay down on her. So she's going to spend an extra turn on the ground.
Hanging off
She's
the
gonna
edge of
spend
the
an
wharf.
extra turn on the ground. So now you still have.
Rook
Now
is
you're the
gonna run.
director. Yeah. Now Rook is going to run.
Yeah, over as close to
I'm
over by
down.
the Cooner game.
Oh, your
Oh,
plot
damn.
point was dropped. Plot point was dropped. Okay, so he ends up back on the plot point. That's true. When Anastasia goes down, riddled with bullets from the SMG there, that made her drop her plot point as well. So there's a plot point lying right there on the ground. You still have
Who
Red
activated?
Queen is just gonna activate.
that was
Oh,
Rook.
put 'em back.
Put him back. Okay, we're gonna put Rook back where he was.
Okay.
And he's going to put a unseen peril on you when you activate.
All right.
So unseen peril is the unseen peril is boom 2 with finesse or cunning. He cannot do that, but he could dodge it. He can
And he can
dodge
use
it
his
with 3
breakaway for that,
dice.
correct?
You could. Do you think it's that important? Do you want to burn a card here?
Well, you said 2 dice.
You're going to have to roll 2 successes. You're going to have to roll 2 successes. You want to use
Rook only
your
has 1 dice with everything, so I'm going to use the breakaway.
Okay. Now that will end his activation and he won't be able to move. So
That's fine.
that,
At least
that
he's
will
still
end it
standing.
there. So he's just going to dodge it. He can move 3 inches in any direction. So do you want to move 3 inches towards the plot point?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to measure the total distance between you and the plot point to see if it's 9, just so we can do the math. Yeah, you got about 8 inches. So you're going to be about 5 inches away from the plot point. So you can still try it next turn.
Can we scooch one of the cameras so we can see it?
Yep. How about that one?
Perfect.
Okay, so he's going to move 3 inches towards his plot point. Blip, blip, blip. And he's inching ever closer. I'll set it a little bit better spot there, sweetheart. All right. Now, now you want to make Musclehead activate? Charlie, are you
Yeah.
there? Okay.
Yes.
Musclehead activates. Musclehead activates.
No.
What?
No.
He's just going to stand there.
He's just
He's
gonna
just going to
stand there.
stand there. So there really isn't. I think all of your characters have activated except for Red Queen.
That is correct.
She could actually. She could actually back up when Musclehead activates, and then on her activation, she could actually shoot him. Rather than re-engaging him, she could just stand there and try and fire at him to try and get him off of there. But he is, not only is he just Musclehead, he's got D10 health, so our chances of actually getting him off of that plot point is
Yeah,
almost impossible.
The
The
chances
other thing
are-
that the other thing that Red Queen could do, if she moved off of Musclehead on his activation, she could walk over there and pick up that plot point that
Mhm.
Anastasia dropped.
That's what I was thinking.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
We want to try that. So when Muzzlehead fights, she chooses to back up.
Yep.
She'll take her inch.
And
And
go
then
pick up
we
that other
have.
plot.
She activates.
Oh, you want to hold on to that, Dave? He's had a distraction. She can't do it. Oh, right. When she activates, yeah, she's going to do it this turn. Yeah, you're right. So when Red Queen activates, he's going to play a distraction on you. So she's got a minus to all of her action skills. So she's got a -1 to her might, finesse, and cunning.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know now. Are you going to still go for it?
Yep.
Okay. Dave, there's nothing that would prevent you from playing both of your distractions on her. Do you want to play both of your distractions on her? Okay, so he's holding on to his other distraction. And so Red Queen moves up to the plot point. Blip. She wants to make sure she's still the closest to Musclehead, though. She still kind of fancies him a little bit, I think. I think she's actually getting sweet on him. So move up there, and then Red Queen will attempt the plot point. Here's the peril. The peril is 1 with finesse or cunning. So that means she's down to a finesse of 3 die 10 because she's got the minus. She's got the minus on her, and she's going to have a -1. So instead of 4 die 10, she's only going to get 3. And that was enough to get past the
Peril.
now the plot point. 1 with might. 1 with might. She's only got
2d8.
2
2d8.
die 8.
Down 1.
I do have my focus
2 die
card.
8. You lose 1 of those, and you're down to 1 dice.
I have my focus card, which will bring it back to 2.
All right. She's going to go ahead and use their focus. She's out of cards. That's when Red Queen is not going to do very good. She's got 2 die 8, though, so she can pick it up here. She only needs 1 of these, and she gets it. So that plot point is picked up. So now Red Queen is carrying a plot point. Jack, what did I do with Jack's? Okay, Jack is carrying a plot point.
What's that plot point for Red Queen?
It's pretty cool. I don't know if you have the bonus anniversary cards rewards.
I do. I just don't have them here with me.
Okay. Once per turn, you can discard, which you do not have any cards in your hand right now.
Yeah.
But you can discard to gain a +1 to your dodge or your cunning for the rest of the turn. But right now, you don't have any cards in your hand. Of course, you're going to get one before the gambler
And
kicks
yeah,
off.
I was gonna say, don't forget
Yeah.
gambler.
All right, Charlie. Everybody is activated. Now you have some recovery checks. And you know what? I think we're going to have to call in a guest roller just for this event. So Bessie's going to have to come in and roll some dice for you.
Oh
Come
gosh.
on,
Uh,
Bessie.
All right. I'm not warmed up. I
Musclehead is
apologize.
free.
Rub your
Dave,
hands together.
Musclehead is
and
free.
Call on.
What's Musclehead going to do?
Rub your
All right,
hands together and
Dolly.
call on the power of Dolly.
All right. Call on the powers of Dolly. Who are you rolling for? Pops or Jack?
Let's do pops.
Okay, Pops. Yeah, there you go.
No.
Pops is
Oh.
gone.
Oh no.
Poor
Okay.
Pops.
All right.
I think-
That was just a warm up. That was a warm up.
All right, all
But
right.
see, that wasn't Jack, so that was good.
Yes.
Oh, and
There
Jack
you go.
shakes off his injury.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That is
There's
it.
the
Okay.
power of Dolly.
Pull a
Woo!
bullet,
Thank you.
Dave.
There it was.
We are starting turn number 5. There are only 2 turns left in this scenario, and here we go. We're going to draw some cards. Charlie, you're currently the director. Draw a card. Charlie, you drew a trip up. A trip up. That's nice. Dave, you drew a.
What
I'm
turn
all
are we
right.
on?
That's nice.
Did we pull a bullet?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
turn 5.
Turn 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So, whoo, boy. I don't know, Charlie. What do you do now? This is tricky. This is really tricky. What do you do?
The trip up is a nice card, but I get a better advantage if I burn it.
Okay.
So
You want to get rid of it and use your
Yep.
gambler. Okay. So
I
he's going to
do.
burn his trip up. So that goes away. She's going to have to face a random challenge, though. Can she roll 1 success with finesse? What
I
are the
think so.
chances? Oh, yeah, she got it. All right. So the 2 cards that you're changing trip up in exchange for are called Clear Shot and Sucker Punch. I don't know that those are
Ooh.
necessarily better than the trip up, but
Yeah,
at
but
least
it's
now
2
you have
cards,
2
not just
cards.
1.
And definitely that clear shot's worth discarding at some point. So now as we start this turn, you have to decide, does Red Queen go back to engage Musclehead before he's loose, or do you go ahead and make Musclehead activate? There's 2 things that Musclehead could do. One, Musclehead could move 12 inches and just get the heck away from here and, like run back somewhere where he could cause some havoc on your characters. Because if he chooses to rush, if he wants to fight somebody, the nearest character is just Red Queen, and he's going to have to rush Red Queen. He has no shooting. I guess I should have moved the. I don't think anybody cares at this point, but Dog does not move. Brainy Boy heads off. He doesn't like what's going on over here. He's
I don't
heading
blame
off
him.
on down the sidewalk.
I don't blame him.
Whatever's going on over here. So Charlie, what do you feel like you'd like to do? Do you want to make Musclehead activate? Do you want to move Red Queen into contact with him?
No, I'm going to have Musclehead activate.
Okay, Dave. Here's your chance. Here's your chance, Dave. He wants you to activate. That's Musclehead. What is Musclehead going to do?
Mister ain't telling him what to do. So he just standing there.
He's going to stand there. So what he's doing, he's not going to move off of there because otherwise he'd give up that major plot point. He's not going to do that. So he's perfectly happy just sitting there on top of that plot point and
Well, I
holding
think
it.
Sister said,
Yep.
make sure that nobody takes those trunks.
Yep. So Charlie, he has activated the only character that he could activate this turn. What are you going to do now? Tell me who you're activating.
I think Red Queen is going to seductively move down towards the other plot point.
Okay. So she can move 6 inches down towards the other plot point. Get her over here. We'll get her back over on this side. Now she could shoot at Musclehead if she wanted to from there.
and she's going to do that. A nice parting shot.
All right. Give me some. Which camera are we on?
We're on 4 right now.
I
Do you
think we
want
can
2?
get. I think we can do a 2. I think.
Okay.
Almost. No, it doesn't quite show him though, does it? Let me adjust that camera a little bit.
There you
Is
go.
that better?
Yep.
Okay. So there you can see Red Queen shooting down there at Musclehead. She's not a great shot. She's only got 3 die 10 to shoot. So here is her shooting. We'll go back to camera 4 for the roll. Here is her shooting. Checking cards, checking your cards. Here's the shooting. 3 successes, a 9, a 6, and a 4. That's some shooting text. Musclehead is going to block your 6 and 4, and he'll only have to roll a 1 dice health check on 1d10. This is
It
a
only
duo
takes
league,
one.
and this fella is tough. And there you go.
Oh,
I forgot to remind him that he had that I'm all right, but I didn't think he was going to use it anyway.
Not when you can roll that
All right.
many to just get out of the way.
Now, Rook is within range of walking over there and picking up that plot point. He's not great at it, but he could maybe do it.
Which was what I was going to try to do.
Okay, he's going to activate Rook. Okay, Rook now has a distraction, and that pretty much removes any chance that he had of completing that plot point. So now you could do something other than doing that plot point. You could move towards it, you could move, I don't know. Where do you want to go?
Let's just move towards it.
Okay, so just get back there between the cars. Hey, oh no, I'm not going to tell you what to do. Dave would get mad at me. Now that he's moved, what I would have done, I think I'd have walked over there and stood right on top of where Anastasia is. I think I'd have moved over there.
Oh,
just
I
stood
see.
There.
Yeah.
Waiting for her to get up. And then so you still have Okie June, so she could throw a peril at Big Head, or she could just try and shoot at him with 3 dice.
Yeah, let's fire the burst at him.
Okay, so she's going to put a peril on him. So here is the peril that he's going to have to dodge. He's going to have to roll 1 with. He doesn't have to dodge it. He could try his might on this one. So again, he's picking up that luggage and holding it up to defend himself. So 1 with might, easy peasy. Let's see it. Yep. Okay. Okay, you got it. Okay.
Not by much.
Nope, he got the one he needed. So the last person you have not activated in this turn is Jack. And what's Jack going to do? Fire off again?
Yep.
Okay, so he is within 6 also. So he'll have 5d8 going at him. 5d8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Checking the dice. Nope. Okay, here it is. 5 successes. 2 8s. A 7. Are we actually going to see Musclehead get injured? I don't think so. He's going to dodge a 6. We'll dodge a 6. 5 will dodge the 4, or either way. And he's still going to take 3 dice hit. So he's going to have to roll a 3 dice health check. 3 dice health check. Let's see it. And he failed with 1. Charlie, he is in Oh, he's not in cover. Never mind. He's not in cover from this side. Okay, so he does take a hit there.
Finally,
Musclehead takes some damage. There,
out of about 100 shots.
Musclehead finally takes his hit. So that ends the turn, and now we are to recovery checks. So, Dave, here's a really important one. If you pass this 1d6 health check I'm going to remind you that instead of rolling for Anastasia, you could use your I'm all right. Is that what you want to do?
I'm going to roll for Musclehead.
You're going to roll for Musclehead? Okay, here is for Musclehead. Musclehead failed. He is indomitable, isn't he?
No.
No. Okay, Musclehead remains injured. Now, do you want to roll for Anastasia? No, he does not want to roll. He wants to use his I'm all right, and she is back on her feet. That ends the turn. We are down to the last turn of the game, boys and girls. Last turn of the game. Charlie, you are still the director. Here is your card. A bad luck is what you drew. Dave drew a just reward. Charlie, for your gambler, gosh, I don't know. For your gambler, I guess you could get rid of your bad luck
That's yeah.
or your clear shot. I don't know either one of them.
Well,
Talk to me, brother.
yeah. Let's use the clear shot. And
Clear shot goes away.
See if I can get 2 more cards.
Okay, so here is the challenge for gambling. 2 with cunning or might. So that's not a gimme. That's no gimme there. So you're gonna have
10 and cutting.
3 die 10. You'll have to make 2 of them. And you did.
Woohoo!
So you're gonna get 2 new cards.
Hey everybody!
You
If
drew
you
a
haven't actually done it yet, hit that like button.
Oh my gosh!
Give me some
this,
luck.
It's too bad your Red Queen's so far away. You drew a stumble,
Yeah.
Charlie. He drew a stumble. That would have been nice to knock Musclehead off of that. That could even knock him down in the water. If you hit him and throw a stumble on him, you could knock him into the water. You know what? Jack actually is within 6 inches.
I know.
Oh, there's a combo here. And the other one is called Clear Shot. So you redrew another
I got
clear.
that one back. Okay.
You drew the. Are you sure that's what he drew? Yeah, there's the Clear Shot. Okay. All right. So, Dave. You know what? She's Anastasia is in range to get that major plot point. So here's the choices that you have to make. This Charlie, you are the director now. What do you do here?
I'm gonna have Rook
What do you
run up
do?
to her and start smacking her around.
What did he just say?
Rook.
Rook
Move
is going to
up.
charge Anastasia?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So Rook charges Anastasia. Now, that's a tough choice, Dave. That's a tough choice. So Rook is on Anastasia.
I'm shooting that coming at me.
All right. All right. So I think that's a good choice. If he could put Rook down and avoid getting hurt, he could get the director and he could actually turn this game around right here. That major plot point is within Dave's grasp right now. He could actually get it. You're shooting as Rook rushes. Go ahead and roll your bazillion dice. And you got 2 9s. Okay, that was not what you wanted. You wanted more than that. Okay, Rook is throwing 3 die 6.
And he's going to use his sucker punch, which will add 1 more.
4. Sucker punch for a 4th dice. Okay, here we go. 2 6s and a 4. So Rook, you cannot block this. So this is automatically a take 'em all situation. Rook is going to take 2 dice hit. Anastasia's going to have to roll a 3 dice health check. We'll roll for Rook first because he is the active character. This is basically a simultaneous fight. And he...
Go ahead.
What? He failed.
All right.
He failed and you are down. All right. If Anastasia makes this, he is sitting pretty. And he rolls 3 failures. And Anastasia is back down. That major plot point could have turned the game around for him. It was like right there. It was right there. Man, that was so close. That was so close.
That was an awesome fight right there.
So, right. And that's the beautiful part, I think, about Pulp Alley, too. And I'll mention it again, is that Rook was basically doing a sacrifice play there. He went in there knowing the chances were he would go down. but he was willing to risk it to try and take Anastasia down. So that actually like almost ends the game because the only thing that's left that matters is let's see. I guess Charlie, you're still the director, so make Musclehead activate.
Yep.
Okay, so Musclehead activates and does what
Nothing.
Musclehead does. I was told to stay here, so I'm just going to stay right here. He has that figured out. So really, no reason to continue shooting at him. Whatever Jack does is irrelevant. Whatever Okie June does not matter. The only thing that really matters is what Red Queen does. Can she get one more plot point before the scenario ends?
And that's what she wants to
Wait,
do.
wait. I got to take all that back. I got to take all of that back. Charlie has a stumble in his hand.
I do.
So if you could shoot him with if you could shoot Musclehead with Okie June, if Okie June could just make him move off of the plot point, then Jack could move up there and grab that major plot point.
Right. And
Open up with Okie June.
yeah, it's what I was thinking of doing. I just was trying
Very
to
cool.
decide if I wanted Red Queen
The
to
sequence
get
of
the other
their
plot point
sequence of
first.
events is pretty good. So so she's going to roll 3 dice. Now it's very possible that he can dodge all of these.
It's
Like
more likely
it's almost
that he's gonna
it's
dodge
it's
them.
highly likely that he's
He's
gonna,
done it the whole
if he does
game.
not dodge one of these, if just one gets through, it's enough to play the stumble. And I want to explain that to you guys real quick right here. Oh my gosh. Well. We got 2 6s and a 4. All right. And he only stops 1. He only stops 1. So 2 hits get through and he'll have to roll a health check. 2 hits get through on D8s, I believe.
2.
Yep, 2. And he's injured again. I'd give him cover from that side. So re-roll that. Okay, he was not injured. But even though he was not injured, he suffered. That was one of yours, I think. Even though he suffered a hit, and even though he was not hurt, he still took hits, and that's why stumble can be played. So he's going to move X inches in a random direction. X
And
inches.
we're voting for into the water.
I know. So it's only 1 inch. So the direction is going to really matter here. If he moves, we'll see what the direction is. Straight forward. Okay, so he moves 1 inch straight forward. And that's going to leave that plot point exposed, except that Jack is going to have to come to the far side of that plot point. He can't just walk up to it because it would be within an inch of Musclehead. So what he needs to do is come up on the back side of the plot point, and that means he's going to have to jump the water.
Okay. It's an action scene. Let's go.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
We'll go for it just because it's fun.
Yep.
So Jack, you're going to have to leap across there to grab that loot.
Yep.
And here we go. You know what? He had a clear shot, but oh well, not a big deal. So to get across the water here, he's going to have to draw a random challenge, which Jack is not particularly good at. 3 successes with brawl, might, or finesse.
I
Oh,
knew
my
that
3
gosh.
had to happen.
successes, but you know what? Jack has 4 dice in. It's a little something called brawl. So he still has 4 dice
That darn
in
slippery
brawl.
sidewalk.
All right, here we go.
Those
Here we
leather
go.
soled shoes.
He's got to make 3 of these. He's got to make 3 of these. Count them, boys and girls.
I stick my foot out.
None.
I stick my foot
Oh,
out.
you
Oh,
did it. You did it. He did
dang
not
it.
make it. That means he fails the peril. He lands, splashes down in
Oh,
the water. Let's double check him and make sure we're not forgetting something.
Nope. You got
Okay.
it.
So he'd take a health check. It doesn't really matter what happens there. He's injured when he falls in. And he does not make it to the major plot point. That was
Aw.
cool. But we still have one last challenge to go, and that is Red Queen. Can she finish this off and get that last plot point?
I hope so,
Oh.
because Nate's going to be upset with me.
I know that would have been
Since I'm
almost a
proxying
clean.
today,
That would have
it's
been
my
almost a
fault.
clean sweep if Jack could have avoided falling in the water. You know what, boys and girls, and for those of you at home that are playing along, I just want to point out that Jack is unlucky. He is unlucky, so that kind of makes sense there that he fell into the water.
There you go.
All right, so Red
Poor
Queen
Jack.
activates. Dave, you don't have a card to play, do you? Okay, so she's going to move into contact with the plot point, and here is the peril. The peril is 3 successes with shoot, cunning, or might. 3 successes with shoot, cunning, or might. It looks like all the 3s are piled up at the bottom here. So this is the peril. I think that car suddenly backs up as she bends down right there, and it looks like it may run into her caboose.
3d10 for cunning.
3 die 10 for cunning. Here it is, boys and girls. He's got to roll all 3 successes. You have a reward in your hand, Charlie, that says if you discard one of your cards, I'll give you a +1 to your cunning for the rest of the scenario.
Yeah,
Ooh,
so-
that's handy.
Sorry, not for the rest of the scenario, for the rest of the turn,
Rest
which
of the turn.
coincidentally actually is
Is
the
right
end
now.
of the scenario. So get rid of your
So-
clear shot.
Just for the sake of karma, we'll get rid of the bad luck.
Good idea. Good. You don't want to be holding on to bad luck, right?
No
So
bad
you're going to
luck.
get rid of that. So that'll get you your 4th dice. That'll get you a 4th dice. And now we're going to roll 4 die, 10, and you got to get 3 of these.
Okay, this is for Nay.
And you got 4 successes. So you made it past.
Yeah.
You made it past the peril, and now
Now I
the
just gotta
plot
hope the
point
other one isn't
is
another 3.
1 with finesse.
Oh.
And guess what? She's got boatloads of dice in. She is absolutely dripping from her wazoo with finesse. All right. We'll let Dave draw the let's see. Oh, he drew. Oh, Charlie, you drew the red herring. Oh, red herring's not supposed to be in there? Oh, Charlie,
No.
never mind. Never mind.
That's what you said.
Never mind. I'm sorry. The red herring wasn't supposed to be in there. Okay.
You're such a little sneak.
All right. We'll let Bessie draw instead. Bessie, come draw a card. Come draw a card. I didn't know. What
Why are
Bessie
they all
drew?
red herrings?
Oh, Bessie drew a red herring too, Dave. Dave, I'm sorry. Here, you draw. You draw. What'd you get? He drew a red herring too. Oh, they're all red herrings. Sorry, that was the wrong stack. That was my stack of red herrings. All right, Dave. Draw him a reward card.
That's the kind of stuff I do.
The experience card. Oh my gosh. That is beef. In the campaign games, boys and girls, there is nothing sweeter than drawing the experience card. Nothing sweeter. This was I think Musclehead meeting up with Red Queen was a dream come true for Musclehead. He's been thinking about her. He was so excited to meet Red Queen. She's got a fans only page.
He probably does. Yeah.
So there it is. All right, and that is the scenario. Dave, come sit and chat with me and Bessie. So what we saw there, in my opinion, was a pretty good scenario. In Pulp Alley, and I think you kind of find this, is that sometimes there's something in there to thwart just about anything that you want to do, like any special build that you do. You'll find out sometimes that there's an ability in there that kind of makes that trick or that tactic not so great. And I think what we saw was making that sidekick mindless and lowering his cunning and finesse down to like no dice in combination with disarming ability.
Mhm.
That's what really turned this
Yeah, her
scenario
having
on its
that.
head. Because
Yeah,
what Musclehead is so good at is just getting in there and stomping on stuff. But he met his kryptonite in this scenario. He really
Boobs.
didn't. Yeah, boobs. A
Kryptonite.
musclehead who runs into to a bosom,
Can't
they're
help
they're
it.
done. They just turned to jelly, and
Yeah.
that was really really cool, Dave.
I do have to agree with you that the game does balance itself out. Sometimes
Yeah.
at really odd times.
Yes.
Usually the most
I know
inadvantaged
you can't
time,
hear him.
too.
I don't know if you want to put that in your ear just so you can hear Charlie.
Hi,
Yeah,
Dave.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, thanks for
Can you
playing.
hear him
That was
now?
fun.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, yeah. So we got to see a duo out there, and although in truth it felt kind of one sided, at least towards the end, I think it's really cool that Anastasia, if she could have survived, if she could have won that fight against Rook and stole the initiative there,
Mhm.
Anastasia could have jumped over there and grabbed that major plot point. And
Yeah.
Dave, that counts as 3 victory points.
That'll give them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would have been awesome.
that was a real
Red
gamble on
Queen
my
kind of
point.
wandered away from it, and Brute, the big muscle head, was sitting there. What a fun game! This was really cool. There was a lot of I think like chess moves in there, and I think Dave had a lot of good tactics and ideas too. So it went really really cool.
I took 2 gambles. One worked, one didn't.
Yep, yep. So the fact that Red Queen is Musclehead's kryptonite, if she gets on Musclehead, those two characters are almost locked up. But you also have to look at it as Musclehead keeping Red Queen tied up as well,
Mhm.
because Red Queen is Charlie's major character or nay for that league. She is Red Queen. Um, so the fact that she gets tied up, just dealing with a sidekick, albeit a very beefy and mean sidekick, those two characters can almost just cancel each other out.
Yeah.
They can lock up and they could just basically stand there
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have meant anything in this game outside her gambling ability.
Right.
That's all she brought to the game.
Right. Yeah.
Of being tied up.
Yep. Yep. You're exactly right. In a lot of scenarios that, against if poor Musclehead there had not had that, the mindless ability, then he would have been far better off in this situation. If he could have actually, even if he could have rolled one single finesse dice, that still would have gave him a 50-50 chance every turn of being able
Mhm.
to beat her down. Yeah, you're
Oh,
exactly
he's
right, Dave.
he's definitely going to be a nasty character for most of the other leagues.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, boys and girls. Please take a moment right now if you haven't already. Make sure you hit that like button. We didn't do a secret word. Are we doing that anymore? Are we still doing secret words? Let's see.
Musclehead.
No, that's too long. I think red.
Okay.
I
Red.
think red. Red is the secret word for this scenario. 3 letters. RED. Red is the secret word for this scenario.
We're still giving away OP2.
Okie Junes, yes. Okie Junes are still being placed in boxes while supplies last. So when you place an order that we ship a box out, we'll try and make sure you get an Okie June in your box when we send it out. Yeah, and we'll have an Okie June the next time Nay faces off. So for this campaign, and I don't know what else we want to roll for. What else do we need to do, Dave?
Sheet for him.
We need to update that.
Yeah.
The winning league gains a new location. So, Bessie, why don't you go ahead and roll for the location that Nay is going to add to, and it's a
D12.
D12. So here's part of the campaign, and we're going to keep track of the resources that Nay gathered. Go ahead and roll. 11 is a hotel. Look right there. There's a hotel
look.
right there.
That's
So she
convenient.
now has a hotel. So at the start of each scenario, I shouldn't say it that way, but in between each scenario, she could send one of her characters to the hotel. And if she passes a random challenge, she can get a level 2 backup character to come help her for that scenario. So now you've seen that she's taking control. Red Queen has taken control of the hotel, and she can get bonuses off of it as she progresses. So that's pretty
I was
cool.
going to say, Red Queen owns a quote unquote hotel.
Hotel. A hotel. All right, boys and girls, thank you so much for joining us. Please stick with us through this campaign. Red Queen and the enforcers are going to meet up again. They will have to face each other again. I just wonder whether or not Musclehead will be ready for that encounter or what he will do in the next encounter. So we'll have to see if the tactics change a little bit. Until next time, next week we're going to have Chris Girardi and David Lowe playing. So we don't know what the scenario is yet. We'll see you next week. Bye, everybody. Play us out of here, Bessie. Dave.
Dave. Dave.